Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire. We're sat in Saguenay looking at Warehouse 1, well, and Saguenay as well, and its main station. I guess it's kind of a south main line, isn't it? We were on board a train that's heading down there to Warehouse 1, full of cloth. Is that it there? There it is. Yeah, so we were on board this train, and we took a nice ride on our... It's kind of a long haul, isn't it? Freight train. It's certainly a bit of a distance to Saguenay from Halifax. But let's take a look at the tasks. We are 2 train loads out, and then we get to find out what our next tasks are. We also get to find out whether we get a gold tick. Our other train has left as well. Yeah, so this is the one. This is the one we'll be waiting on for the task completion. Depending on where the cloth actually goes once it gets to Warehouse 1, it could head to Montreal, Quebec, or Grand Lac, Victoria. Do we have a bit of headroom, perhaps? We've done quite well. Why are you running out of anything? Let's have a look at you. We just changed all these over, didn't we? It could have been a little bit of a hiccup, perhaps, when we did this, and it had trains going backwards and forwards. So I won't worry about it too much. I guess we could stick one up here, though. Perhaps. Yeah, let's have a quick look at these trains. Oh yeah, they're out of water. That doesn't make sense unless they've done a turnaround, because then they don't technically stop at the warehouse. Or not a warehouse, is it? At the station. So that could be the thing that's going on there, because they are empty. And I don't think they should be empty. No, all of them are empty. Surely you don't run out of water that quickly. Well, this one has just filled up. Let's just take a look. Maybe. They're water guzzlers, aren't they? I would say that with the 2 now, we should be fine. So we'll see a few complaints from those trains until they've sorted themselves out, but that's fine. That's fine. There goes another one. You'll be fine. Go fill up at the water station there. So where's our train? Our train is heading there. We are doing okay. We're now 32 of 40. That means 8 more. And our train here is carrying 8. I guess what we could do now, though, is stick another one back on there. Not the beer, although maybe. We'll duplicate you and put you back on. You're only picking up 4. That should even us out until we can get Halifax growing. Of course, we should wait, given how close we are to delivering this 40, and see what the game is going to ask of us next. He's going to fill up. They're all queuing to fill up. And then he should be fine. There we go. You'll be the last one, won't you? I think, yes. How are you doing? You are going from Martin Farm to Quebec. So that's quite the distance. Ah, you're going back, aren't you? With logs on. Yeah, there was a hiccup, guys, from our build. Okay. We've figured it out. Yeah, you're going back as well. Oh, that's all sorts of messed up. A good demonstration, though, of how pear-shaped that can go when you make changes to a line. Hopefully that's a thing of the past in Railway Empire 2, or I guess it's just a consequence of making changes to your line. It's only short term, isn't it? They do it once. But a good lesson on not to make too many changes to a line if it includes a task, because that could cause a lot of issues. And the possibility of you missing out on a task. These ones are doing okay. Making a loss at the moment. Which is probably how they'll stay, because that's quite the distance. And we only get paid a fixed fee for our freight. Interesting one, that. It is a game mechanic, though, isn't it? Bandits. We're not dealing with the AI. Okay, he's coming around the corner. And or round the mountain. Here she comes. And she'll be heading into Warehouse 1. And we get to see where that cloth goes. Are you heading back? I guess you did a big fill. Well, these haven't complained, have they? And they've got a much larger distance to travel before they can fill up. Famous last words, they might need an extra water tower. Although we will be putting maintenance yards in as our money's getting into a good place. Right, you're dropping off. How much are going direct into Saguenay? 6 more to go. What do we want to spend on now? Yes, of course, we would like an increase of innovation points. Please, thank you very much. That's going to help, isn't it? Who was this we got? No, I don't think that's worth doing at all. Not at this stage of the game. We could spend that money on something else. How are we doing on our task? This will be important. We're still 6 away. Any of these trains heading off with cloth? There we go. We've got a train heading to Quebec with some cloth. And a... Ooh, Halifax is going to get a boxcar of meat. Good on you. That's nice, isn't it? Montreal, what are you going to do? Are you going to take some cloth? Is there any cloth left for you? There's 5 in there. You're being serviced at the moment, which you're almost done. There we go, this bar down here. Once that fills, he'll be fully refreshed and ready to go. He's taking 4. That leaves 0. So the train we're actually waiting on will be this one. That's probably worthwhile. It's not the longest journey down to Montreal there. I love how much money we've got in the bank. That's fantastic. It might be worth buying this. Oh, that's pricey. Yeah, 100%. It's up level 2, but that is going to be very, very expensive. Oh, you can actually see them walking around in the field. I mean, oh yes, I will take anything you're going to throw at me in that regard. What does that give us? Increased the number of packages in our cities. And yeah, we'll get a conductor. We'll keep all these in our back pocket. No doubt we'll be expanding our network and thus the amount of passenger trains we have on it. Where's our... Oh, Moose Factory. Oh no, that's the meat in Moose Factory. Well, I'll tell you what, that's not a bad price. We do have a bit of money in the bank. Yeah, so we'll get that. Why not? I don't know how long it is going to be before we get access to that area. We currently can't build in many places, really. Yeah, and we've still got this getting in the way, so we can't have a shortcut to the west. But I like our setup here, and it's not really needed, is it? Any sort of shortcut. Is this another one that's got having an issue? Perhaps it's these trains. They just drink water. Well, we are missing one down here, and we don't have the bypass track yet. And we could do that before we set off to the new area. I'm just making sure I'm not changing anything until that task is complete. Let's jump on board our train. Well, not on board it. We'll sit and look from behind. We're approaching the end of the month. It is only 1864. And it'll be October soon. Oh, you're going to fill up? Of course you're going to fill up. Why wouldn't you? Well, I mean, I'd prefer you to fill up than crawl along the main line. That would be terrible. This has certainly freed up traffic a bit, hasn't it? Our double bridge here. It was pricey. No doubt we can have some more. Alright, he's heading into Montreal. What are we going to get, guys? A gold tick? It almost looks like a model railway, doesn't it? Yeah. Is it going to be a gold tick? I guess we should get in the window here. 1867 we're supposed to get there. It's early October. They're all going to Montreal and...
Do you see the exquisite quality of the delivered goods? It will take years until local productions will reach a comparable level. Well, you have proved yourself able. I have decided to delegate full responsibility to you. This is a great honor, which comes with the burden of a giant pile of debt. If you manage to make the Grand Trunk Railway profitable again in a given time, then I will certainly be successful in convincing Her Majesty Queen Victoria in granting the colonies a higher level of independence.
Oh, we'll certainly be making it profitable. As you saw there, just above his speech text, it unfortunately hid most of it. There was just the tail of the gold tick. So yes, another gold tick. We're on target for all gold still. And we have to get a company value of 15 million by 1868. And that might be a toughie, but it does give us an excuse to expand and expand quickly. Well, as quickly as our bank balance will allow us. But that should increase. So that's our only task at the moment. Meaning, what do we do now? I guess we see where we can build, if anywhere. If we can't build, I've lost my bearings, guys. Let's Alt-N. There we go. I guess we could hook up this, couldn't we? That would be fine. Wait, there are a ton of extra blue dots on my map that we own. Oh, do we have that area now? We do. There's no trains on there. He's given us this area that I thought was going to be a competitor. Okay, change of plans. I would like to buy this if it's low enough. I'll tell you what, I'll take it. Yeah, that's dropped in price no end. Getting meat onto our network is going to be extremely important, isn't it? That is the thing we're missing a lot of. Oh, yes. Our trains here. Which one are you? Yeah, it's all the ones from the forest. Should we set up this? I said I was going to set it up once we're done with that achievement. If we can bypass, which I think we can tidily, it would be into this track. Now we can rearrange this so that it's a lot smoother into here. Yeah, I think I'd like to do this build. What we need to do is run on the outside here. So we'll get rid of that for a second. We need to shift these across one. Down there. So this will be the main line. And it's going to be a little awkward while we've got trains on there. But we'll take it up to that point. And we should be able to tidy it up. We can move some trains around. These two tracks on the outside are going to be the ones we care about. 1% grade is lovely. That's unfortunately going to be on the wrong side, isn't it? We need you on the other side. But what we might be able to do is hook this into there. And then this one come out. And then we can swap that over. Just so we can get a rough idea of how we would like our track here. I'm going to take that back a little bit. And then we'll slide this in. Up there. There we go. And then that is the outside track now, isn't it? Perfect. Now we're connected in. But we're connected in tidier. And it's starting to make a little bit more sense at the very least. Now we'll cut that back. And only cut this back down to here. Right, I think what we should do is probably allow him to get off this section of track. We can reset these because they're only running a short distance. And we've got no tasks that link into this. It's going to be an important build for for the rest of the game. Because it makes our lives a lot easier for setting up some fancy network shenanigans. Oh, we've got some wood. Some stray wood. I don't know what happened there. Dear oh dear. Yeah. We've got his cars everywhere. So we'll probably reset him. Okay, so we now need to delete this one back. From there will do. And we'll delete you back as well. And we'll get this redrawn. Well, actually, I guess we want to delete this back, don't we? All the way back there. There we go. And this is going to hook in up there. And this one's going to hook in. We've now got a proper layout going on at this end for our new... Oh, I don't like that. Why are you doing that? There we go. For our new bypass of Moncton down the southern side of Moncton anyway. And we can route our logging trains down there and probably have a supply tower up that end. Right. It's a little bit confusing right now because all of our tracks mean something different. But I did not foresee the issues I'd have with the mega cutting that we've got going on there. We'll take that. Ooh, what do we not want to do? We don't want this one, do we? Get rid of that one. And get rid of that up to there. Now this slides in to that platform. And that one into there. Well, it's not platform, is it? It's a junction of sorts. Now we can get this quad tracking done. And we can go over to our new area once this is all tidied up and looking lovely. These extra 2 tracks are going to be for through tracks because we've got some vegetables there which won't be needed, but the fish might be. Absolutely. I don't know how much fish we've got at this end. Oh, we've got some there. Well, perhaps we don't need it. Well, it depends. Montreal might use it. It doesn't matter, does it? We could get this delivered to a warehouse and just congregate some fish somewhere to be distributed around our network. So we have a tidier situation going on. It is now 4-tracked. We have separated the wood freight and we can have this as a more mainline situation. We've got to redo all the signalling down here, so we're going to reset him. Because these are obviously not in the correct place anymore. Right, just making sure that all the signals have been removed. It looks like they have. Now we can set up the signalling correctly. There we go. Lovely. And that'll make this bit a little easier. All a bit staggered, but I'll take it, I guess. And do you want to go there? No. Well, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? Well, we'll put one there. We'll put one just there. And then we need another one after that junction. But other than that, it should be fine, shouldn't it? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. We could maybe have one... Oh, there we go. We can squeeze one in there. All of our signals are all over the shop, aren't they? I'd like you a bit tidier. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's not tidy, but I'd like you a bit tidier. That's better. Right, we've got some signalling going. And we stick those down there as well. We'll get a supply tower on there for you. And we'll stick one on there for you. Our trains should take this route now. Our wood trains, there we go. They've started to take the shortcut. That's a little bit off our journey. When we can afford to throw money, more money at this, we can take it across the water perhaps. There's a little bit of a shortcut. I like this though. Right, have our trains split up? Not yet. We could do with, now that we don't have to worry about the task, we'll get this expanded so it's ready. Are you the mixed service? Yeah. This is where we can separate some of our trains. We'll get the mixed service. No, the mixed service can stay. We'll have the through trains for now. Take these 2 outside ones, I think. Yeah. So we need the Warehouse 1 train, which has probably got all sorts of confused now. We'll have you after Halifax, because you go on that line, and after Warehouse 1, because you go on that line. Are we happy with that? Yes, we are. And we'll copy that. And then we'll put that on the other warehouse trains that are heading to Warehouse 1, wherever they are. Is this you? Yes. So we'll give you the same line. Beautiful. And is that the other one? That's the other one. And we'll give you the same line as well. Halifax to Warehouse 1. Insert rail line. Beautiful. Right, that should be that. We have another point to spend. We're going for this one, guys, so it makes our builds a little cheaper. Well, I think it will be a lot cheaper. 30% is quite a chunk, isn't it? Almost a third. Alright, get you purchased. Let's get some more staff on board. An inventor. Now, giving me points, I sort of like, especially for 106. That means we're another step closer. We've now got, reduce the cost. This is the one, isn't it? Well, these two. Yeah, definitely want this one. That's lovely, especially for our build we're about to do. We'll get a stoker on there. I know, we've got a lot of people on there that don't have jobs. Since time hasn't really moved the greatest, perhaps we can set up grain for down here, because it's going to be money down south, isn't it, that isn't affected by the winter nearly as long. And if we can keep trains running down here, that'd be kind of lovely. Right, should we just sit there? I think that'd be fine. It's on a bit of a hill, but as long as we can get round, I guess we could put another station in Halifax, perhaps. The bypass station that can deal with trains running through and perhaps even long distance passenger trains. So we'll stick you there. And we'll run, I guess we'll run this one as well as we can without making a bridge or anything. That's kind of nice. And we'll get you in at the last, well, yeah, we'll avoid as much as we can. That's kind of nice, isn't it? We'll avoid as much as we can of the track until we join back up. So that's going to introduce grain trains, which Moncton's going to need for their beer. And then this one can just run alongside it and then drift off into there. That's lovely. And we own this grain farm, so we should make a bit of money off that as well doing this. Ooh, you've made some interesting signal choices down here. I don't know why that happened. I'm not entirely convinced why. Let's get a supply tower on your little line there, and that should be good distance for that one. And we're good. Well, I guess we could run this one in preparation for a bypass. Hopefully, we can get it all hooked up and it's lovely. Otherwise, that would have been disappointing. Is it going to work? Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that, guys. Our six-track main line. This can technically bypass or go into another station up there. Whatever we wish to do with that. I mean, we might be able to pull it down maple syrup and oil, and we don't need to bring fish down. We'll sort this out somehow. It's a bit hilly. Well, I mean, that's in. I wasn't expecting that to be in. We've got the majority of the line in. We'll get these, a couple of maintenance buildings. The beautiful thing about this is Moncton. We'll get some grain, which should boost their beer production. Freight only. Wait until full, please. And do you know, I think we can get away with grain being refrigerated, right? We kind of want the money down here more than anything. So let's get a refrigerated car on there. Refrigerator car. And we'll add us our brand new train on. And get you going. Lovely. And we'll do the same with Halifax. That's a nice short one. That'd be good for a security guard. Yes, please. And we'll do the same with you. We'll stick you a refrigerator car on and get you your train on. Beautiful. Especially a little run like this, when the only thing they care about is grain. We can make the maximum profit from that, can't we? And if we can get a security guard on there as well. I know we haven't gone to our new area, but this was important, wasn't it? We've got a bit more going on down here. We'll revisit that. We've now got to concentrate on this area a little bit, because I'd love to get this meat up there. Oh, it's pricey again. I was kind of doing it, hoping that we'll get that auctioneer dude. But at the same time, It's been paused, so time hasn't really progressed the greatest. We've just spent money. So how do we hook this up? We've got more cattle over this way, and that is going to be a bit pricey. We've got more over here. Well, that's gone down. How much is that going to cost us? 657,000. If it doesn't go up again, we'll upgrade. Well, we could do Grand Lac Victoria now. Yeah, get that upgraded in preparation. So if the trains are going to do anything silly, it's done and out the way. A stoker, yeah, we'll put all these in our pocket until we know what we're doing with you. Oh, that's 200. Perhaps we need to go back into this area because we've got a nice little cheap one down here. And it would be nice to head towards the Achilles, which is mixed, and I think the fastest express as well, technically. Yeah, our fastest express is 41, is that? And this one is 53. So this is going to be for anything to do with anything, really, except freight. We won't be using any of the other ones unless you really, really want to see them. So we'll get this. It's another one towards our best mixed and passenger service. And we've upgraded at Grand Lac Victoria now. What's the price? Oh, well, how did that happen? Think you're cheating. A spy? I'll take a spy. Yeah, Don Lorenzo, sure. See what we can nab from Don Lorenzo there. How did that go up from, what was it, a 14 when we did our research, and it shot up to 71.4? Look at the price difference. Dear oh dear. See, well, I mean, I guess what I could do is set up the actual track work and see how tidy that is. I don't think we'll need much more than a standard train station if we sit kind of nice on the contours there. Can we just run a nice line up there for decent-ish amounts of money? I would say that's okay. We could... No, 0%. You know, we're at the stage of the game where we would like to concentrate on grade so our trains are not hindered in any way. Get a supply tower on there. So he's ready to go, almost. We just need us a maintenance building on there. And is that 85? Oh, no, it's going down. There we go. It's going down. We do need a bit of money in the bank. How are we doing on the funds? I'm scared at looking at these screens. We've nearly reached 10 million now. We are expanding. Part of that expansion down over at Halifax was to help our company value. I'm just hoping this continues to drop again. I don't think we're going to get much lower than... Oh, there we go. We got the Tyson 10-wheeler. What are you? Tyson 10-wheeler. You're kind of in the middle somewhere, aren't you? Yeah, there you are. What are you? Oh, you're a mixed train at 37 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, it might be okay to go on our mixed trains. Anyway, 14.2%. That's going to be only 500,000, a little over. Dare I leave it to go exactly to 0? It's a bit risky. If this drops, we'll try and buy it really quickly. It's staying at 33 of 33 for now. Come on. Oh, no, it's gone up. Right, we'll grab it. We'll grab it because that's going to shoot back up to 50%. And that means we can at least get this running, can't we? And we'll get some meat on our network. Meat is a real issue. Let's get our first train going. It will count as food, I believe. So we'll set you up to go from Hobbs Farm, or Hobbs Fattening, and we'll stick you at freight only, and we'll stick you with a full load on there. We'll get you with a rail car on, refrigerator, because I would like the money at this stage. And do you know what? We'll stick that stoker on you. Why not? Okay, that's our first train. I'm going to double up straight away on you, and we've got plenty of headroom in there because we're level 2. We're making 4.8 per week.
The financial state of your business depends in great parts on the general economic progress. I highly recommend you to ensure direct access to parts of the US market. An intensified involvement in the exchange of commodities at the border would grant border crossing traffic for the Grand Trunk Railway into the USA.
So there we go. We've got 3 new tasks that involve the towns we were looking at briefly. I'm just about to head down to. Quarterly, well, goodness me, it's all go. Do you know what? I'll always take a logging facility. Yeah, we're not far off there, are we? Achieve a quarterly revenue of 1.5 million from freight alone, which is a good job we set up that grain down in Halifax. I just wanted to do that anyway, but yeah. 25 loads of fur to Ottawa and 35 loads of winter clothing to Toronto, except our cut-off point is 69, 70 and 71. So we've got a bit of headroom. And I would like to do some mass expansion next time out. So that'll be the plan there. Yeah, let's get the security guard down where we're going to be running more often. Which would be... Well, you're not going to be running very often, are you? The Halifax one. Well, maybe. Especially if we can get them growing. They'll certainly run often enough. There we go. Okay, we've got a bit more going on down there. We certainly need the freight now, so refrigerator cars, in hindsight, is actually a good idea. The winter, well, it's probably a good time to end then in winter, because we can have a bit of a no cab ride. How much do you need, cows-wise, per week? 3.6 to turn it into 2.4. 3.6. This is just at level 1. So even at, even at level 2, we should cover that quite nicely. We'll probably need a few trains doing that. We may as well get one set up. What do we get there? Conductor, lots of conductors. Yeah, sure, get another stoker on there. Perfect. What else did we get? An analyst. Do not need you. We're not dealing with the AI. Right, well, things have slowed down to a halt. We'll have to ride a train down in the south, won't we? Although it's nearly done. It's not affecting Halifax at all, really, is it? Which is lovely. And there goes our little Halifax train with lots of grain. So, guys, all to do. Ottawa needs furs. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Where are furs coming from? Yeah, you're not getting any at the moment. I see arrows heading north. Well, we've got that one, which is supposed to be for Saguenay as well. Although we do have that one as well. It's a little far up north, but we could use that for Saguenay. Use this one for Ottawa. Where are the other arrows pointing? You can see them towards the top of the screen, top left there. We've got another one over there. We've got one there and 1 miles away. So this should be a setup and a half, trying to get them down to Ottawa. I guess we could have a nice bridge going over, or a tunnel. I mean, we can afford that sort of thing now, can't we? Beautiful. Plans are afoot, guys. Where are we going to take a train? We need to get this hooked up as well. In fact, there's lots to do. Lots to do. We've got to get Ottawa. Oh, they're going to make cloth, but with furs. Okay, that definitely needs to happen. All right, guys, we're on board the Moncton grain train. Might have to repair. Productive day today. I liked that. We got a lot done, and it's time for a bit of expansion, isn't it? We're going to redo that area with, what was it, Toronto, London, and Ottawa. We'll have a nice bypass going across the top of the main line from the north, which we could utilise in a few ways, actually, if we do it correctly. And we might be able to actually add as a bypass up north as well. Guys, I'll leave you on board. We're heading back to the grain farm. And until next time, take care.